close. It's then. After you left, something funny. What are you talking about here?
We were just talking about it,
All good.
and it popped up. We were talking about Holly Cabello Place.
Yeah, all cool.
Hey, Rita.
So she has a house in Carolina. That's great. And it's kind of far from that bus line. She doesn't drive there. So about 8 years ago, I started trying to encourage her to move in. Screaming bloody murder. No way. Finally, 5 years later, they brought in more cash.
I do.
So it's really close. So close
I
to
do
the
go
church,
out.
our church is where we are.
And now that we have the
So
big
for her,
project
it's
going,
absolutely perfect.
yeah, I'm there every Saturday.
But I told her, well,
Because there's just too much activity and too many decisions. And, you know, if issues come up and they can't reach me,
she's all hip
so I
on this
just
thing.
go
She
out with
goes
my
to all the
laptop and
farmers markets.
either work with, if they have plenty of volunteers, then I just set up and start working doing my normal
Where the
stuff.
bus used to be like a quarter mile away from her house.
Yeah, it's-
Dedication.
But she gets out there.
Salary has.
So it takes
No,
care
we
of what
don't
you
go
gotta
on
take care of.
Saturdays.
And if we get a bit of a place,
You know, once in a while I'll try and leave the office a little early. That doesn't happen very often. Girl, I couldn't do it if I still had no kids. Yeah, you couldn't, right? You can't do it. I do. We have a 10-year-old and a 3-month-old. Still waiting. Yeah, yeah. How many kids do you have?
My daughter
it's not
is
assisted or
44.
anything.
Oh, might not get any there.
She's not married. She's in a relationship. Long distance though. He's trying to bring his business back from over. My son got married last month.
So there's hope there. And how old is he?
He's 38.
And she's how old?
She's 2 years younger.
So there's hope.
That's big.
Still waiting. Probably have a granddaughter, a grandkid.
Because grandkids are fun. But they live in Colorado. You know, they both went to school there and they just stayed. So, you know, I gotta try and always fit in flying back there a couple of times a year. There's nothing like it though. Like when I answer my phone and I hear, Grandma?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Well, this is a grand day, or the beginning of a grand day for a lot of people who may not even quite know it yet. And it's a very, very happy occasion, certainly for me. I'm speaking to somebody I just mentioned to my staff a few minutes ago. I recall very well when we were able to buy our little house. To get that 20% down payment, which is what we wanted. It took us 23 years to save the money for that down payment. And I doubt that Nancy and I are much different than most everybody else in that regard. When you were in Congress as I was, and speaking to others about what the limit had to be, and you start telling them in Hawaii, $650,000 or $635, and now Karen, what is it,
It's over 700.
It's over $700,000 now. They're there. Well, no, wait a minute. This is for ordinary people, right? I said, yeah, that's right. And or even on some of the neighbor islands, I think the big island right now is 570,000 or so, something of that nature. When you're talking about assistance. This is really something that can change people's lives. I think, honestly, as I recall, even more than the trauma of getting married, the day, I mean, we sat and closed on our house, right? I mean, that was. It was. I wasn't amazed at it, but I was certainly almost taken aback by the wave of emotion that I can still recall very, very vividly. And the pictures we have when the closing took place, where I had this kind of stunned look, and I thought, I'm in for it now, right? Kind of thing. So it's the main thing I guess I want to say. First of all, with the signing of the bill, and then with the proclamation, is if there's anything personal that's associated with legislation that is taken up in the Hawaii State Legislature, if there's any piece of legislation come out that's more personal than what's involved in this bill, in SB 1025, I don't know what it is. And its very title is so benign sounding, right? Relating to housing loan and mortgage program. Oh, okay, well, there it is. But behind that phrase, that phrasing, is of course, as I say, a whole welter of emotion and in most instances years of sacrifice and planning and aspiration and hope. So this is really a hope bill. It updates the eligibility of the program, broadening the eligibility. That's one of the things that I think is particularly important. Down payment, closing costs, assistance, those kinds of things. The updating is crucial to making sure that we maximize this state's commitment to helping people in regard to home ownership. So I believe that this program makes owning a home more than just a dream. It strengthens families, obviously, it stabilizes neighborhoods, it builds community and personal well-being, I think. Goes without, I almost said goes without saying, and I've been saying it for too long already. But there is another aspect to this. I think it fosters economic prosperity as well. I think it's a commitment to a sense of confidence that you can't feel otherwise unless you're able to make this change. So I'm going to ask for the bill signing. We'll do the bill signing first and then do the proclamation if it's okay. I'm going to ask Rita and Karen and Rusty Rasmussen and Rick, are you representing the Senate in this review? Could you come up then for this part, for the legislators, then we'll get to the proclamation. Yes. No, I'll get this all set.
Oh, I get to stand right next to you.
Yes, right. So, let me just, before I sign it, then read a couple of notes. I think most everybody in this room knows it, but there's some folks here recording it for purposes of dissemination to the broader public. It goes back to 1979. That's when the first authorization was put together as obviously what was then a very innovative mortgage loan program, still is. And since that time, the legislature has authored the issuance of almost $2.3 billion into this fund. 1.8 of it in single-family mortgages. So this is not an inconsequential program by any means, and literally thousands and thousands of families have been a direct beneficiary. So it's a distinct pleasure to have the opportunity to sign SB 1025. Done. Before we do the proclamation, then I wonder if Karen, you've been following through on this for a long time. Maybe you'd like to say a word or two, and perhaps Brick and Rita would like to as well.
This program, it was shut down for a while, and when the ERA and the stimulus money came through, we got to start it back up. And it's been very heartening of how many people have come in, and it took a little bit for it to get going again, but the lenders and the realtors have really gotten into it, and I hear Rusty tell me while ago how much he appreciates this and how much all the people that get to utilize it appreciate it. It makes a big difference. It's a real hand up to a lot of people, so we hope it continues, and I think everybody understands that it's a good thing, so thank you.
Rick?
Thank you, Governor. As we all well know, the entire economy of our state from 2007 and the past 5 years or so has really been waiting on signals of an uptick. And the Senate is glad to join in the governor's legislative package to support this, because this is a major symbol of forward motion. And so with that, Governor, we thank you, and we thank you for allowing us to support it.
Sure. Rita, you carried the ball right through the House on this whole
Yes.
thing.
Well, I'm really glad, Governor, that you signed this, and I'm really happy and thankful to everybody that had been part of the passage of this bill. This is not something that we just did here at the House of Representatives or the Senate. It's all of the people that's in this room that has been part in carrying this through with us. And I'm really, really happy for the people of Hawaii that doesn't have that much money but have now a shot to have a home through this program. And thank you to all. Thank you,
Good.
Governor.
Rusty, you wanna give
I
something
just want
from
to
the
say
private
thank you
side?
very much. We really enjoyed the program. I want to thank HHFDC and the state for having this program. You talked about the trauma of sitting down when you signed the papers on your closing,
Yeah.
but to sit down with a young couple who otherwise couldn't buy a home, who sees their dream come true through this program, ends up paying a mortgage payment similar to what they're paying in rent. To see the look on their face makes it all worthwhile. It's very rewarding. Thank you.
Good, well, let's take some pictures then for the start. Let's move that back. And then we'll get everybody, then we'll do the proclamation and then we'll get pictures for everybody. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Carrier. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
And one photo right here. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Okay.
There you go.
1 second. 1, 2, 3.
That's for me.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Now, I'll give the proclamation. Thank you. You may retreat.
Thank
you.
Your seats now. And I'm going to ask Dennis Oshiro and Karen. Karen, you stay. And Dale Bordner to come up for the proclamation. Don't worry, we'll get pictures with everybody. I've already indicated in my remarks around the bill that what the valuable foundation that is established with the updating of the bill. And so I thought we could put a further mark on it or round out our recognition of the significance of it by this proclamation today presented in recognition of Home Ownership Month. And some of the home ownership opportunities goes across the board. And I just wanted to let all of you know a little bit more formally what's involved. It goes from the Hawaii Housing Finance and Development Corporation, Department of Hawaiian Homelands, obviously the Association of Realtors, Housing and Urban Development is involved, Land Use Research Foundation, thank you very much. We just had an opportunity to speak with some of those folks the other day on workforce housing, among other elements in today's picture of prosperity in Hawaii. Nonprofits that are here, that the Hawaii Home Ownership Center, the Community Assets, the Self-Help Housing Corporation. So whether it's the private nonprofits, whether it's developers and contractors, whether it's governmental agencies, or whether it's associations of professionals, like the realtors. We're all integrated and connected with one another in the quest for home ownership and what it means to everyone. So now that it's more accessible than ever, as a result of Bill 1025, it is a genuine pleasure for me to declare June 2013 as Home Ownership Month in the state of Hawaii, and encourage everybody in the state to join all of us here today in celebrating our public and our private and our nonprofit housing partners for all the contributions to providing home ownership opportunities and ensuring the long-term viability of home ownership. Thank you very much. Now we got to take holy pictures with this, don't we? Yeah, come, Dennis, you come up and hold that part, and then you guys get around. Ready?
Okay.
And then we'll take pictures with everybody.
Okay, right here. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, and 3. Good.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Very good. Now, do you want to do pictures in clusters? How do you want to work it? This is self-selection time. So nonprofits, how's that? Will come up. Nonprofits, that excludes you, Stanford.
Yeah. Yeah, you stood up.
Yeah, right. You're not leaving, are you? Okay.
Okay, right here again. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Okay. How about the agencies? Hug everybody. Come on, you guys. No, don't be shy. Come on. Good to see you, pal. All right. Come on. You can be in 2 pictures, you know. Come on, you guys. This is your chance. You put smiles on other people's faces. You get a chance to. Yeah, Jim, come on. Get everybody get cozy. No worries.
All the way. All the way.
Mikey's gonna hide. Come on. Yeah. Come on, everybody. Don't be shy. Who can't be seen? Ty.
In the peach, can you move 1?
Peach.
You.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that does work.
It's a description, not an analysis.
Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, and